Hey, Sneekylinux back. Yeah, we're back in Train Fever. I know. I've stopped playing for a little while, and now we're back in Train Fever. FIFA even in Xubuntu 18.04. Yeah, works okay. Also, was doing this just to test out the capabilities of recording, doing this way with OBS in Train Fever, because it's a bit of an awkward one to record because it's quite an old game, and it's got its idiosyncrasies. Basically, sometimes it stutters when it saves games and stuff like that. But all my settings are on high, and I was used to that, even when not recording, so I'm not too worried about that. See that little one then? Did you see it? Okay. It just happens, so there's nothing you can do about it. Anyway, I'm on my train number 5 here, on line 12. This is just a short route going up into the mountains, or up into the hills. Yeah. Why do I like Train Fever? Well, number one, I got it really cheap when I got it. Okay, it was real cheap, cheaper than a cheap thing. I think I paid £9 for it, and that's a couple of years ago now. And you can buy it now if you want to, because it's still supported, but they've moved on to Transport Fever. But I still like playing Train Fever. It's good. I've had it for a while. It's one of those games you leave it for a while because you get so far and then you lose, and then you come back to it and start again. So that's what I've done. I've got 2 little games going at the moment. This is set in the States, so it's like the Midwest, I imagine. So there we go. I've done it in double speed now because it gets a bit boring if you do it single speed. Bearing in mind, it's not just trains. You've got trams, buses, coach routes. It's like a oh, how can I say? It's going to be railroad. What trains we've got here? So that's a train I've got, and we've got the General as the main train itself and some different carriages. Now I need to upgrade that because this one only goes to about, I think it's 45 kilometres an hour. I need to upgrade it to the, what's it called? It's for B anyway. And it does 60 kilometres an hour. And we need this as a little branch line to get up to where we're going to go. Okay, so that's quite simple really. But one of the reasons of playing this is the graphics. Considering the game's quite old now, are still really good. They really are. And the gameplay can be quite challenging, okay? So I've got 2 trains on this route, as you can see. Choo-choo. Oh, what else do I love about Train Fever? Well, it's like having trains without having a train set. You know, it's the 21st century version of Hornby, or Hornby Triangle, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. But I enjoy it anyway. You may want to give it a go. I'm sure it'll be on sale again soon for about £5–6. It is a really good buy. Bear in mind, the hours do pass really quickly. I will not lie to you, okay? Especially if you have it in 1 speed. I mean, this is at 2 speed. Yeah. It's jumping around with this driver at the moment. But I'm hoping by August, when the drivers get sorted, that will get sorted too, okay? But when I'm not recording, it's not a big problem. Remember, OBS is using NVENC by default here, so it shouldn't be like that. So something's wrong in the line somewhere, isn't it? And I don't mean on the train line. No. I'll have a bit of train juice while I'm here. Sort of appley coal. And a bit of oak wood in there. Oh, by the way, to make these tracks, this one up here, up into the hills, cost me a fortune, by the way. If you don't play with any cheats, this one is not, there's no cheats in this game. Well, on this particular game, there is loads of cheats available, but I've not used them on here. You only get 30mm to start, or is it 20mm? So that's not a lot to start your train line business going, to be honest with you. No, not at all. So, I mean, the graphics are reasonably good, okay? It looks better on my machine than it will on yours, okay? I think that's the way the driver's going for NVIDIA at the moment. I might actually upgrade to the latest and greatest PPA one, I don't know. We'll see how we go. But I'm quite happy waiting until end of July, isn't it? The main update. So anyway, we're on our last bit of dual track here, and eventually I will have dual tracks all the way. But as soon as we get to single track, I'll start slowing it down to single speed. Yeah. For the simple reason, I need to get my passengers off and go to change the train. So here we are. We're going to pull into our station. Pull in. So you pull in. And they're waiting there. Some are a bit angry because they work in different towns along the route and everything like that. You can even follow little individual people to see where they go. I know. So I'm going to hit on go to depot. You can hit it now when it says you've earned 296k. But you've got to make sure all your passengers get off. Otherwise you lose them and they start walking. to like towns millions of miles away. So I'm going to put it on 4 speed for the time being, just so I can get to my train track thingy where the trains go. Yeah, it's a train thing, you know what I mean. So in we go. Beep bop. In he goes, and now I'm going to pause it. We'll click here in our depot. That's it, in a depot. So I'm just going to sell all of them, even though the carriages are quite new. So we're going to, that's it, the Baldwin class. That's it. And the Baldwin class, I'm going to have 3 carriages this time, because I want to encourage more people to come down to the main line to do stuff, really. So I'm going to set my line to line 12, get rid of him, start off again. There we go. And he comes out of his depot, as we say in the UK, or a depot. And we click there so we can follow the train. Off we go. Yeah, I mean, I love playing ETS, Euro Truck Simulator. It's great. It's another version of this sort of thing, but this is a more of a SimCity sort of thing. You're building your world all the time, as you are in ETS as well, by the way. But you're driving all the way. This time you can't drive because you got tracks, and the tracks take you. But you have to build all that. So it's more of a building game at the end of the day. Transport Fever, when it's on sale next, I will check it out and see if it's cheap enough. Now I want to pay off some loan, I think. Do I need to pay off some loan? No, not yet. Okay. So how many passengers will I get on this time? Bear in mind it's the end of the line, okay? It's only to the end of the line. So let's see. If you look where it says train 5. Music's alright, but it gets boring after a while. How much of my carriages am I going to fill up? And the more people, the more money. And that's the object. To get as much cash as you can. Oh, 42 out of 48. So that was a good one to do. Okay, good one to do. Right, off we go. I might have to speed it up again in a minute, actually, to be really honest with you. We're getting near. So I have some more train juice. While we get on. Should I go to speed up now? I'll just let you watch. It's nice to watch. Oh, it's December 25th, and I'm 74k down. But I just did buy that train then and the new carriages, so yeah, I'm not too worried. That's okay. I can live with that. You see what I mean about the autosaves? It's done that ever since I've had the game. Even the Q6600 did it. So I've got quite used to it. But I think this game was never actually meant to play on Linux, and they just ported it. And most people were quite happy with it, to be honest with you. Yeah, most people. So, I mean, I suppose I could do something. I'm not too worried at the moment. So anyway, I'm going to slow down now because the other train is coming the other way. This is the only thing about having single tracks. What a pain, what a pain. Go choo-choo. You go choo-choo that way. I'll change you next time round. I just want to see this one come down. That's it. He's speeding up there. Remember, on double speed. Oh, by the way, don't run the game on double speed all the way, otherwise you'll miss lots of things and you'll lose. Okay. Normally, I've got to year 2000 so far. Yeah, I thought I was quite good there. Yeah, I got that far. Then I lost all my money because all the others got better. So we're slowed down to 1 speed now. As you can see, the graphics got a bit better. That's fine. Same wrong in the drivers here, or OBS, but I think it's more the driver itself. Okay. Yeah, that looks alright, doesn't it? Also, my mouse is not helping out. This is the really old mouse. I've took the gaming mouse off because it was getting on my nerves, really. I must calibrate it better. But I'm using this old mouse. It's quite stuttery. It makes the game really stuttery. Anyway, we'll go to line 5. We're going to go to a different train. This is train 2. So we'll put them up there. We'll click there and we'll see what train 2's doing. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's only got 15 passengers on a 64-person train. That's not good. Not good for me money, is it, really? Oh, I'm not liking that. Let's speed him up. On this particular map, I actually done really long runs between towns just to make sure I got enough money, because it was worthwhile, because of the long journeys and you're going to make more money. It's just basically maths at the end of the day, so I'm not really worried. But the graphics are good. I like them. It's a fantastic game. Yeah. So, can I pull into the town? Is he going to let me pull into the town before we finish? I should think so, yeah. Yep. It says I can go through, and we're going to unload our passengers, and that'll be super duper. And how many will I pick up? Let's see when we come out. We're nearly there, come on. So it's getting stuttery again. Then we'll go to another section of the map, and it will stop. It's just really weird. But as I said, it's not really optimised for Linux. But it plays fine. I imagine if you have even lower settings, it'll be okay. This is only a medium map, by the way. The big ones are ginormous. And it will take you a long time to get through them, to be honest with you. Anyway, we're nearly there, okay. We've got some passengers. I'm not going to let you see any more. Sneekylinux out. I see you guys. Bye-bye.